Hey y'all, it's Diane with Shawcraft One and my old barn door, and I have some treasures to show you. I went down to the Carm store, which is the Knoxville area rescue mission, and they have little Carm stores all over the metro area, and it's like a thrift store. People make donations to the store, and then they sell them, and they feed the hungry and the homeless. So I found these awesome books. So I just kind of wanted to show them to you real quick. Now, these two, my neighbor gave me. He knows that this stack my neighbor gave me. He knows I love old books and things like that. So he's been going through his stuff and finding stuff to give me. And this book, let me see, it's not as old as it looks, but like I say, it was in his basement. And I don't even know what the book is about, but I was trying. Oh, The Foxes Union and Other Stretchers, Tall Tales, and Discursive Reminiscences of Happy Years in Scrabble, Virginia. Wherever that may be. I guess it's Scrabble, Virginia. And the copyright on this is 1977. I think it was originally written in 1920. But I think the copyright of this particular book is 1977. And it's not in great shape, you know, but it does have the yellowed pages. And it's got, I don't think it has any pictures or anything. Well, yeah, maybe so. I haven't got to look at this one real good because I just got it last night. But you can see there's some mold there, so I'll be cleaning that up. But, and then I guess that's cobwebs. I don't know. But I like the cover. It is a little warped, so I'm going to play around with it and see what I can do with it. But I do like it. And then there was this one. It was so funny. I love the cover of this one. I love the aging that it's got going on, and the spine is completely gone, so I'll have to do some reconstruction there. But look at the name of the book. It's so funny. And so when he gave it to me, he was like, I mean, it's about sex, but I was like, okay. So anyways, my face turned red, but it's an old book, and I love the yellowing of the pages. I think that you can probably see. My lighting just stinks in here. I hate that. But it's got pictures. I don't know if it's pictures we want to look at or not, but we'll skip over those and look at the yellowing of the pages. But the copyright on it, I guess the last copyright on it is 1933. So it's a really old book. So thought that one was really cool. Don't know how I'll be able to use the pages on that one, but we'll see. And then he gave me this one. He gave me this one a while back, and I just haven't had a chance to really even look at it. But if you guys could feel how heavy this book is, it is so heavy, and the spine is just completely gone. You can actually see how the pages are put in there in the signature. You can see the signatures and stuff, which is really, really cool. I like that. But it's an American history. Hang on and I'll look inside. But, I mean, I just love the aging of the book. Check that out. And it actually looks better on camera. It's easier to see it on camera, I guess, with the extra lighting on it. I love how you can see where people have written in the book. And look how old these pages look. I mean, that's the actual color of the pages. That real, real dark tan. American History for Grammar Schools. So, and then someone's written a note in here, which I think is awesome. And there's some really cool content in this book. Oh, goodness. Yeah, see, it's falling apart pretty good. But check out these pictures. Aren't those awesome? The Surrender of Cornwallis from the painting by Trumbull. Copyright 1908. So, and there's quite a few pictures throughout this book, but I'm just going to kind of flip through. The pages, they have a bit of a slick feel to them, but they still have the yellowing. Some of the pages do, not all of them. So I don't know if it's the pages with the pictures on them or what, but it talks about the American presidents and when England comes first comes to colonize. There's some really cool maps. Indian troubles in New England. I love this colonial farmhouse. Look, somebody wrote all throughout the book. 17 is the number of Louises. Oh, the Louis. Okay, I got it. The struggle for the continent. But anyway, I'm not going to go through every page, but there is just like lots and lots of really cool pages in this book. So I love this one. And that's just half of it. So you can see, and on the pages that have the pictures and the maps, they're blank on the back side. So that'll make them really cool to be able to use them in journals and things like that. Look. Union is dissolved. This is during the secession, the first year of the war. I mean, this speaks about the Civil War. Gosh, there's just so much in this book. And you can see, you know, it wasn't well taken care of. Lots of the pages are ripped out, so I don't mind taking. But I even love the appendix on these books. Look, the Constitution of the United States. How cool is that? So, let me see. Did we have a copyright on this book? Let me look and see. I'm trying to be really easy with these pages because they're kind of fragile. Oh, 1914 is the copyright on there. Okay, there we go. So I just thought that was really cool. Love this book, and I wish you could feel how heavy it is. And it's just really a compact book. I mean, that's my hand, and that's the size of the book. So really, really cool. And then the last thing he gave me, this was his grandmother's high school diploma. And she graduated in 1942. Isn't that cool? And there's her diploma. She graduated from Kentucky, a school in Kentucky. So he told me that I can, you know, make copies of this. Look, this is the list of people who graduated in her class. Look how small. Class colors, blue and white, and the class flower was a red rose. Class motto, let us live long enough to learn how to live. That's really cool. So I thought that was neat. He told me I can make copies of it, so I'm going to try to get some copies of it. So those are the items that he gave me. These are the items that I found at the Carm store, and they're so cool. And let me just check my time here on my video. Okay, we got a minute. So I'm going to flip through this one pretty fast. It's not old, but it was just a really cool book, and it was very inexpensive. Live with Lightning. I think it's got some scientific stuff in it. But I just like the way the pages had started yellowing and everything. And I looked this up, and I believe this was 1941 or 42, so that's when it was published. The copyright date looks like it's the same year. So, but I don't know if you can see the edges of the pages, but I thought they were really cool. And I don't think this one has any pictures in it, but I just love how old it looks. And it's, you know, looks tattered and worn, but I love that. So, and I paid 99 cents for it, so not a bad deal on that one. And then this one, just sit this one over here for a second. This is called Pearlie's Reminiscences, Illustrated Volume 1. And there's a Volume 2 as well. And this was a man who wrote about political affairs in Washington. Not like marital affairs, but political affairs. I hope I said that right. But anyway, so it's got some really cool stories in it. And he said that he doesn't like write gossip. He just writes the facts that he knows, and the facts that he's learned. And some of them are pretty shady, and some of them are pretty, skanky. You know how politics are. But he wrote 2 volumes about the goings on in Washington and in the political world. So, and these, I did look this book up, and it's worth a little bit of money. Not whole bunches of money, but, and I love the front leaf pages. And then you can actually feel the signature here, which I thought was super cool. His name is Ben Perley Poore, and this is his picture. I was trying to see. There's an inscription here, and I can't tell what it says. But then this page is really, really thin, almost like a tracing paper, and it's to cover that picture and that signature. So I thought this was really cool. And there's pictures throughout this book, and I'm not going to go through every page of the book, but this was from the 1800s. Let me see if I can find a copyright on it. Okay, entered according to the Act of Congress in the year 1886 by Ben Perley Poore in the office of the Library of Congress at Washington. So it was written before then. I was trying to see if I could find a copyright date or a publishing date on this particular volume, but I'm not seeing it. But anyway, I do know this is a very, very old book, because when I was looking at it, I had it sitting in my lap, and from the back cover was just rubbing off on my pants, and you could, it's just like it's just peeling away. This is that, it's leather, so I don't know if you can tell here, and the book's not in the greatest of shape, but I don't know what I'm going to do with it. But I just thought it was so cool. Excuse me. Sorry. But I just thought it was super cool. And I know that I was looking through it. The very last chapter is when President Buchanan was president. So that was back in the early, the mid 1800s. So, excuse me. Sorry, I got the sneezies. I guess it's probably the old book making me sneeze, but it's just really, really cool. And if you pull up, you can Google this book, and it tells, about what it's about, and it's just an awesome, awesome book. And I have a friend of mine who is a lobbyist, who I know he would love, love, love this book, so I may offer it to him. I don't know. We'll see. So I found that one, and then I found this one. And this one's worth a little bit of money, not a whole lot, but it's about Youth's Golden Cycle, How to Get On in the World in 60 chapters, or around the globe in 60 chapters. And the spine is awesome. It's the curved spine. And then the back is just plain. And this one's in fairly decent shape. And I only paid $6.99 for this book, as you can see. It does have some damage, but I love the front covers. I don't know if you can see. I hope you can see those, because it's kind of that avocado green, but it's a little bit deeper of a green than the avocado green. And so what this is it's a children's book, or it's got stories in it for children, because the man who wrote it, John Fraser, was he was concerned about what was being input into the children as far as stories and things like that. They were evidently getting magazines that were not good input for the children, mainly the boys. So I'm thinking maybe it was probably who knows what kind of magazine. I don't even want to know. But anyway. So, and this says it was sold by subscription only. And it's the copyright's 1886. So this is a really, really old book, and you can tell the pages are really fragile. There's some cracking in some of them, and like this one's completely out of the book. Oh, copyright 1884 is what the copyright is. So I don't know if it was copyrighted in 1884 and this particular book was printed in 1886 or what, but and then he writes a note to his children, which is really cool. I'll let you read it. You can pause or whatever. So I'm trying not to go too long, but there's some really, he wrote a cool little poem right here, and I'm trying not to turn that page too much because it's cracking over here on the corner. But I started reading in here, and there's one story about a little girl who, she died when she was like 7, but she was like the most interesting little girl in the way she wrote letters. And look at the imagery that's in here and how yellow the pages are. This is just an awesome, awesome book. So it's going to be really cool to use in some junk journals. There's some poems, stories for children. But anyway, this is just a really cool book. I love the poems, love the pictures, and I love the way the paper feels. It's almost like a linen paper. It's a very thick paper. And I love all of the natural yellowing around the edges and all that good stuff. So these are the names of the stories that are in here. So super, super cool book. I love this one. It's one of my favorites. I'm probably going to have some issues taking this book apart, so I haven't decided if I'm going to yet because I love books. So, I don't know. I know my son will give me a really hard time if I do, because he loves books as well, so, and he loves history, so we'll see. But anyway, this one's really, really cool. And I'm super excited about it. And also, at this store, they have, oh no, I messed that page up. See, it's just crumbling. It's so old. The pages are just crumbling. Also at this store, they had a whole set of very old volumes of poetry by Tennyson and Robert Frost and all of the famous old poets. They had these sets, and they were they weren't selling them as sets. They were selling them singularly for each book. So if any of you guys would like one, you tell me who the poet is or the author is, and I will go down and look. Stop it, Lucy. Sorry, that's my dog. She's scratching. Scratching and whining. But anyway, I will go down and see if I can find that particular book for you, and then just let me know. But anyway, that's that one. And then on to my very favorite one. This is absolutely the coolest thing I've ever seen. It's a good size book. It's a little bit bigger than my hand. It feels really good in the hand, but it's very, very heavy. And then I love the way the edges have the print on them. And the back is just plain, but you can tell this is a very old book. So when I saw this, I was like, oh, what a cool cover. And then I opened it. Look at the pages. Look at the front covers. I love that. So pretty. But then I went here. And check that out. And at first when I saw it, I thought, oh, it's German. And then I was like, no, that is not German. It's Dutch. And there's something in here. I looked through this book forever trying to figure out what this is. What it's meant for or whatever. I looked up the author. I looked up any name I could find, and I just couldn't find out anything on this book. So if there are any of you out here who know what this is and who this is, the author is Johannes Cockner, C-O-K-N-E-R. And then I found the date, which is 1898. So, but when I started going, if you feel of the pages, you can actually feel the typesetting on the pages. It is so awesome. And so I was trying to figure out what it was. At first I thought it was a Bible because of the title. But then I started looking through it, and I could tell that it has dates. It's got every day of the year. But it also has Bible scriptures in it. Let me see if I can find where the Bible scriptures are. I mean, there's Bible scriptures throughout. Okay, here's one. You can see right here where it says Joel 2:27 on the 26th of May. So I'm thinking that this may have been like a devotional, like a daily devotional that this person wrote. But this is who the person is that wrote the book. And it's the same picture here. And I swear I thought it was a female, but my daughter says it looks like a man, so I don't know. I don't know if it's male or female, but anyway, I just fell in love with this book. And I don't know if you can tell on the pages, but the pages are thin, but they're not, they don't have a texture. They're a little bit slick. And then they're very, very yellow. See, there's the 9th of July, Job 2:15 and 16. So I'm thinking that this is what this is like a daily devotional. But how cool is that? So I was super, super excited to find this book. And I'm going to go back down there. I couldn't afford all of those books, those volumes and sets and things like that, you know, all at one time. So I'm going to go back each week and try and get, see, I'm going to go back and try and get a little more. So if there's anything that you guys want, let me know. But how cool is that? Alphabetical something. I don't know. You guys help me out. And then look, there's music. I love this. Look at the music notes. And even the, I don't know what this is. I don't know if it's like footnotes or it looks like every book. It looks like books in the Bible. It looks like all the books in the Bible, or all the book, maybe all the books in the Bible that were used in this book, because there's Samuel, Chronicles. If you can see, there's Chronicles, Job, Psalm. I don't know what that one is. A lot of the Psalms were used. Not sure what that one is. I don't know if that's maybe, I don't know. There's Jeremiah. Some of them I can pick out, but not all of them. Looks like Ezekiel, Daniel. You can see Ezekiel and Daniel. Hosea, Joel, Amos, Jonas, Micah. I'm thinking maybe this is one of those Haggai's or something. But then look. That's the author's name. Huh. So anyway, here's Luke. There's Mark, Matthew. Ah, so this is John. Very cool. See, I'm figuring some stuff out. Sorry about shaking the camera, guys. There's Corinthians, Timothy, Peter. So anyways, look at the music on that. Isn't that super cool? And see, look how it browned. it looks like there's almost like some hieroglyphics right here. But I think it's just from, that's what it is. It's just, you can, it fades through to the back from where they did the typesetting, from where they typed it. But anyways, if you guys know anything about this book, if you've seen this book or can give me some ideas, let me know. But this one's my favorite just because it is so unique and I've never seen anything like it before. So I'm super excited about it. And I'm really excited to have it. And I bought these to put stuff, you know, to use to put stuff in my journals. But then when I started looking at them, I just don't know if I'm going to be able to do that. I don't know if I'll be able to take them apart. So anyway, that's my haul to share with you for today. I hope you liked it. And like I say, if anybody knows what this is, please leave me some comments. If you know what any of these are, leave me some comments. Give me some feedback. Hit the like button. Go ahead and subscribe while you're there. Give me some love. Share me with your friends. And I hope you guys have a most wonderful day. Thanks for watching.